Good morning. It is so great to see you all here today. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and join us here at Crossroads of the World. It's my pleasure today, and I want to thank Governor Cox. Wasn't that great to have such an impressive governor, and for his leadership in a civil and such competence and his civility. And you'll hear more about that from our speaker coming up a little later, Richard Hawes, who's a big fan of Governor Cox, by the way. It's my pleasure to now present a special award to a business in Utah that has Utah ties and international reach. Over the years, Zions Bank has hosted trade conferences recognizing an impressive slate of businesses in all kinds of industries. So let me share with you some of our past honorees that we've given this award to. Parker International, which is a food exporting company. Ultradent exports dental products. Black Diamond Equipment, rock climbing, ski equipment, and outdoors equipment. Merit Medical, manufacturer of medical devices. Ancestry.com, resource for genealogical research. Albion, a manufacturer of mineral nutrition products. Easton, Inc., a manufacturer of sports product, including the Hoyt Archery line. Connor Sport Court International, and Pack Size, which is an on-demand packaging solution company. All of these were companies, great companies, that were recipients of our Global Pacesetter Award. Today, it was great to hear Natalie Gochner's presentation about exports accounting out of exports. 4 out of 10 export dollars is from primary metals. And I thought how interesting that is and how important it is today as we celebrate and recognize the great work of Rio Tinto, our 2024 Global Pacesetter honoree.
You know, Rio Tinto has been around for 150 years. We started back in 1873. And over that time, we've worked in over 35 different countries and helped the world develop the minerals and metals that it needs to make everything happen. And I actually noticed that Zions, you've been around for 150 years as well. So I'm sure you have a lot of the same stories of what it takes to help make a business thrive.
Rio Tinto Kennecott, we are the second largest copper producer here in the United States. We supply roughly 12% of this nation's copper needs. We own and operate the Bingham Canyon mine, and then a concentrator, a smelter, one of the last 2 remaining smelters, copper smelters in operation here in the United States, and a refinery. And so we're very proud to say, we can trace every little microgram of copper from the ground all the way to a refined 99.99% pure cathode. It all starts here in Utah and then it ends here in Utah. We know it's a privilege that 1.5 million people, right, live in the Salt Lake Valley, and they enable a mining operation that's the scale of ours to operate 10 minutes west of I-15, right? Like, that's pretty unique. You don't see that hardly anywhere else in the world. And we know that those 1.5 million people continue to enable us to be able to operate because we partner with what the state needs. The demand for copper is only going to rise, and that's because of the electrification of the automobile industry and the transition to sustainable energy. They're the little fun fact I always like to use, right? A battery electric vehicle like a Tesla has 4 times more copper in it than its equivalent size internal combustion engine. It's one of those things you just don't see every day, right? You don't know that you need copper today, but you do.
One of our recent announcements was we've opened up our underground mine. It's been over 40 years since we've been mining underground here in Utah. And I'm just excited because we think that there's more copper underground than what we've mined in the last 120 years here at Kennecott. One of our big commitments is to the environment. And the way we look at that is how can we continuously improve? And you've seen us make donations of water to the Great Salt Lake. We've made a commitment to reduce our emissions as well. We've just finished building a 5 megawatt solar plant to help reduce our need on the grid. All of that comes back to how can we help reduce our impact and footprint to make Utah a better, cleaner place to live.
We deal with air quality issues, right? We live in a valley, we understand that. So what did Kennecott do? We didn't wait to be told. We proactively shut down our coal-fired power plant west of Magna in about 2018. We knew that wasn't a sustainable thing, but we've done that at we don't want to continue to operate a coal-fired power plant. So we partnered with the state and said, we'll do that to be able to help the state. Now, if we look at population growth and we look at drought conditions, right? Like, climate change is real. And so being able to, help start donating and save the Great Salt Lake, we're the first corporate entity to start donating our excess water and use our water rights to be able to put 18 to 19,000 acre feet of water back into the Great Salt Lake every year, right? We've been doing that now for 3 years, and we made that commitment for the next decade.
What we're looking at now is how could we actually take e-waste and run it through that smelter along with our primary metal. That would then give even a greater supply while providing a means for it to be recycled here in the West. And we got a bunch of scientists working on how do you make that all work. And they understand all that better than I do. But the idea is can we make that center work here in Utah?
Kennecott is a business of roughly 2,500 proud Utahns, right? And I'm one of those. And so being able to just have this recognition, it's such a great example for us to use within Rio Tinto of what active partnership, doing it the right way, how this can be recognized to be a part of the solution moving forward. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of Rio Tinto Kennecott. It means an immense amount, and thank you.
So look, we're really excited about this Global Pacesetter Award that we've received, and the opportunity we have to showcase what we're doing as a company to help the world meet its energy transition needs. But I think the one thing that it always comes back to is the people. And how do we help people move forward, make better lives, create a different destination? And as we work together as companies to help make the world a better place, that's when the magic starts to happen. So once again, I just really want to thank Zions for honoring us with this award, giving us that bit of acknowledgement, and just know that we plan to be here for another 150 years.
I couldn't help think about last night. We had a special dinner for some of our visitors that are here at the Natural History Museum. And the Natural History Museum would not have happened if it had not been for Kennecott copper. In fact, the copper on the exterior of that building came from our own Rio Tinto Kennecott copper mine. So how wonderful is that? And I think about all they've done for the community. They actually celebrated their 150-year celebration, which coincides to our 150-year celebration. So with that, please welcome to the stage Matt Toby, General Manager, Projects and Engineering for Rio Tinto, to accept the award.